trip, looking for thrills to give me some kicks. Now, all you ladies, I shoot from the hip. I was born with a stiff upper lip. Like a down
Ho, 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 ho. Remember me, folks? Welcome back to More of the Same. Larry Mormon, thank you for joining the podcast. And it's been a little while, I know that. It's been a while. So, but thank you for hanging in there. It's, just trying to get things in order. And I think now I'm getting those things in order. So I'm back in a bad way. Daddy-o. And we're here. We are on the road to WrestleMania 32 live from AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, Sunday, April 3rd, only on the WWE Network. So this show is going to be heavy, as you can see, heavy related to WrestleMania, as the title proclaims. So, but it's going to be more of the same, where I'm going to dish out to you my thoughts, my opinions, my ideas, what I feel will make WrestleMania 32 one of the best WrestleManias of all time, baby. And there's only one way to really kick things off about WrestleMania. Let's talk about the show itself. Right now, we have 4 matches signed for WrestleMania. Let's get right into it. We got a triple threat match for the WWE Divas Championship. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. This past week on Raw and SmackDown, a number 1 contender was not able to be determined. So it's been determined that there are 2 number 1 contenders. And both Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks will take on the WWE Divas Champion Charlotte. For the first time, in my opinion, I'm not counting the Vicky Guerrero Invitational Battle Royal, the Divas title is on the line at WrestleMania, like it should. Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar will lock up, will go one-on-one in a no-holds-barred street fight. The Lunatic Fringe has called out the Beast, and the Beast is more than obliged to answer. But Dean Ambrose may throw a wrench into this whole situation, and we're going to talk about that in a little while. Talk about the biggest blockbuster, and in my opinion, probably the show stealer at this point. The prodigal son himself, Shane McMahon, returned to Raw 2 weeks ago and says he wants control of Monday Night Raw. Vince said there's only one way to do that. That's to take on, at WrestleMania, The Undertaker, and this match will be Hell in a Cell. And of course, the main event, the reason everyone's showing up to Dallas, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Triple H will defend against Roman Reigns. Can the Roman Empire take down the Authority? Because if it's up to Triple H, no one is walking out of WrestleMania with the title other than the game Triple H. Now let's talk about this just a little bit more. WrestleMania 32, in my opinion, is shaping up to be a tremendous WrestleMania. I'm going to be the first to admit, when I started hearing about these matches, whether it be Triple H and Roman Reigns, or even when Shane came back and it was announced he was going to take on The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell, I was the first to be a little trepidatious. Ooh, trepidation is the word of the day. First of all, let's talk about Hell in a Cell. Shane McMahon, Shane O'Mac, who, for an untrained superstar, carries himself in the ring like a trained superstar. Go back, watch it on the network. There's a collection on the network right now of Shane McMahon matches, and I defy you to tell me that Shane McMahon, even today, even with 6 years off, won't be able to hang with The Undertaker. Shane McMahon has taken on The Undertaker, not one-on-one, but they've met. Shane McMahon's been inside Hell in a Cell. So these are two. Shane McMahon's wrestled at WrestleMania. So these entities unto themselves are not foreign to Shane McMahon. But altogether, taking on The Undertaker at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell. Can Shane do it? It's going to come hell or high water, but Shane's going to do what he can to defeat The Undertaker and to take his rightful place in line as the successor, as the legacy for WWE. Quite frankly, myself, even storyline-wise, I don't know how they're going to justify, how they could justify it. This is a spoiler-free zone. I don't know the results, but how are they going to get Shane McMahon to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell? He's not Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar broke the streak. We're not worried about the streak anymore. That's not it. But still, the allure of The Undertaker at WrestleMania is a big deal, and it still carries a lot of weight. It did last year when Undertaker took on Bray Wyatt. But on top of that, inside Hell in a Cell, and Undertaker's already wrestled 2 Hell in a Cell matches at WrestleMania. The only 2 Hell in a Cell matches. One against future Hall of Famer Big Boss Man, and just a few years ago against Triple H in Miami. Today's not going to be with any sort of results. We'll get to that later on as far as, not results, predictions. But I don't know how, if Shane is going to win this match, how can they even pull it off? But to me, it doesn't matter because the end will justify the means. And I believe Undertaker and Shane McMahon right now, with these 4 matches that are currently booked, I think this Hell in a Cell match is going to steal the show. I'm calling it right now. It is my more of the same lock of the night. Hell in a Cell will steal the show. That's all I got to say about that. In a match that doesn't really make sense to me as to why they're doing it at WrestleMania, Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. Now, at Fastlane, to determine the number 1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, it was a triple threat. Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns ultimately winning that contest. Dean Ambrose, being the lunatic fringe that he is, I feel they're throwing him in with Brock Lesnar because, you know, he's insane, he's crazy, he's nutty, you know what I mean? Like, he's a lunatic, so might as well take on Brock. I like the story of just him, of Dean Ambrose, just getting his rear just handed to him week after week from Brock Lesnar. It's going to lead up to just really how much does Brock have to do to keep Dean Ambrose down. And in an all-holds-barred street fight, yes, it's going to lean towards Dean Ambrose to be able to take on Brock Lesnar. But it's just an odd match to book for WrestleMania. Now, on the flip side, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. This Saturday, March 12th, live on the WWE Network, is going to be WWE Roadblock, a live event that was in Toronto, that they're turning into a network special. Dean Ambrose is taking on Triple H for the title. So it's possible that Dean may walk into WrestleMania the WWE champion. Now, if he does he take on Brock Lesnar? Does he take on Roman Reigns? Does he take on Triple H? Does he take on all 3 of them in a fatal 4-way? That I wouldn't mind. But also, that means they'd be giving the title to Dean Ambrose. As much as he deserves to be WWE World Heavyweight Champion, I don't think they're going to give him the title at this time, especially 2 weeks out from WrestleMania, because that is 3 weeks out from WrestleMania, but still. And then also at Roadblock, I know I'm jumping around here, but Roadblock has Brock Lesnar taking on Bray Wyatt, which I feel should have happened at WrestleMania. I think Brock Lesnar should have actually challenged all 4 members of the Wyatts. Maybe Brock wouldn't win, but he would certainly hold his own, and I think that would have been like a 4-on-1. I think would have been a great WrestleMania match. This Roadblock that they're setting up, pun intended, they're really going strong as far as, I guess, maybe a lead into WrestleMania. But, and we'll talk about Roadblock a little later. I feel the bookings kind of flip-flopped between that and WrestleMania. But Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar, it's going to be a no-holds-barred street fight. Dean Ambrose is just going to be destroyed, but it's going to be an entertaining match. Moving on to, I think, what will become a close second to show stealer, the Divas title, which is right now a triple threat match. The last kicker, Becky Lynch, the boss, Sasha Banks, and the WWE Divas champion, Charlotte. Now, these three women showed up on Raw during the summer for the Divas Revolution, which really didn't go anywhere. But these three in NXT, along with Bayley, who's still down in NXT, but the four horsewomen tore down NXT, especially for women's wrestling. And these three, I mean, I wish Bayley was up there, make it a fatal four-way, because these four women had a tremendous fatal four-way at one of the NXT takeovers. Forgive me, I don't remember which one off the top of my head. But as a triple threat, these three women deserve to be on the grandest stage at WrestleMania. They deserve to be in front of the largest crowd ever for a WWE event, and they deserve to fight for the Divas Championship. Who's going to walk out? I'm hoping Sasha Banks. She's my favorite right now. She is the boss, and she would make a wonderful Divas champion because she just has that mentality. She knows what to do in the ring. She's got a little Eddie Guerrero in her because she's a huge Eddie fan, and sometimes you see that little bit of Eddie in her style, and when she used to watch Eddie Guerrero growing up. Close second to show stealer. I think Hell in a Cell is going to take it. This will be a close second. And, of course, the reason why we always go to WrestleMania, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Triple H, who won the title at the Royal Rumble, will take on Roman Reigns. Now, if you told me this time last year, heading into WrestleMania 31, that Roman would be back-to-back Mania main eventer, I would have said, you're crazy. But apparently, I'm crazy. They are definitely Roman Reigns for the second year in a row going for the title at WrestleMania. Now, with Seth Rollins injured, with a lot of guys injured, actually. I mean, Cena's injured, Orton's injured. A lot of these big names are not going to be at Mania. Maybe they really had no choice. Also, when Triple H won the Royal Rumble and won the title, I was sitting there, and I'm just kind of like, huh? What? Why? But if you listen to the crowd, I mean, the crowd is behind the game being champion. And look, I'm just one person. You know what I mean? It's all about what the crowd wants, what the universe wants. Well, or at least what the universe will accept. And they are accepting Triple H as world champion. And they are not accepting Roman Reigns as even a competitor in the ring. With over 100,000 people in AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, I have a feeling, thank God there's a hole in the roof, because otherwise it would have been lifted and separated from the rest of the building with the chorus of boos that Roman Reigns will get at WrestleMania. I guarantee it. And also, don't forget, for the first time ever, for new subscribers, WrestleMania 32 will be absolutely free, which is unheard of. I mean, granted, otherwise it's $10. Either way, you can't beat it, quite frankly. Some matches, just what I'm looking forward to seeing what they will be announcing for WrestleMania, and I really hope it's not on the pre-show. Tag team title match. I don't know who the New Day is going to take on at this point. I really hope it's not the League of Nations. But tag title match for them. After what happened this past Monday night on Raw with Team Y2AJ, I would love to see AJ Styles and Chris Jericho go one-on-one at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn returning to Raw, attacking Kevin Owens. I'll take Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Throw the Intercontinental title on the line. Make it a triple threat match. Throw Neville in there as well. That match, WrestleMania caliber. Those guys deserve to be at WrestleMania. I will be at WrestleMania. Got my tickets. Got some sweet seats for WrestleMania. Permanent stadium seats. 4th row. Oh, mwah. Can't ask for anything better. Got tickets for NXT TakeOver Dallas, which will have the debut, the in-ring NXT debut of Nakamura. Hopefully, maybe Austin Aries as well will be at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Let's not forget the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony, which all of this, everything I'm mentioning, you can watch on the WWE Network. And if you're the first-time subscriber, all of it is absolutely free. Currently inducted into the Hall of Fame will be Sting, The Godfather, all 4 members of the Fabulous Freebirds, and just announced this past Monday, the Big Boss Man. We'll see who else will be going in. Will we have a celebrity? Don't know. We're going to find out. The road to WrestleMania is a little bumpy, but it's the best time of year. It's next to Christmas, I love WrestleMania season. This is my 10th WrestleMania overall that I'm going to. All of them have been with my father, which I can't ask for anything better. Shout out to you, Pops. We've gone to WrestleMania 10 in Madison Square Garden, and then started WrestleMania 23 at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. Consistently all the way through to WrestleMania 30, Yeselmania, at New Orleans, in the Superdome. Took a year off, WrestleMania 31. Could not have picked a worse year to take off, because I knew someone working there, but that's okay. We make our way back, WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. Just announced WrestleMania 33, Sunday night, April 2nd, 2017, will be returning to Orlando, Florida, and the Orlando Citrus Bowl. Now, the last time they were there was WrestleMania 24 in 2008, and that place was an absolute dive. I know the WWE sunk a lot of money into it just to get it up to probably code. That was the building, the venue, where the fireworks went rogue. And just 6 rows behind us actually went rogue. Hurt some people. Didn't kill anyone, but hurt a lot of people. And I was very close to getting free WrestleMania tickets for life. But, you know, c'est la vie. But I haven't seen any recent pictures, but I've heard that they've renovated the Citrus Bowl big time, which is good. Because sitting on a bench for 4 hours was, not even, maybe 5 hours by the time I got there, was not fun. But we'll see. The rumor, nothing official, is that WWE may be building a physical Hall of Fame down in Orlando, and they may want to incorporate that with WrestleMania 33. At this time, no plans, or nothing in the works. I'm not saying no plans, just nothing in the works about heading back down to Orlando for WrestleMania. Right now I'm focused on Dallas, focused on NXT TakeOver, focused on my VIP. I do have a premium VIP session. Daniel Bryan, that's going to be really cool. I'm going to bring my title belt with me, get him to sign that. That will be stupendous. And then also while I'm down there, apparently individual tickets for SummerSlam, which will emanate again from the Barclays Center in my born and raised hometown of Brooklyn, New York. Will go on sale April 2nd, so as I desperately try and find a Wi-Fi signal, and hopefully we'll have LTE, I'll be able to order tickets for that. I'm giddy as a schoolgirl right now for WrestleMania season, and I just cannot wait for the show of shows. There's nothing better than it. I don't care what anyone says. It's better than the Super Bowl. It's better than the World Series. It's better than the Stanley Cup. I don't watch basketball. This is WrestleMania, and it will always be WrestleMania. And quite frankly, I hope you all watch WrestleMania as well, live on the WWE Network. Thank you. It's Larry. Thank you for downloading the podcast. Follow me everywhere. Mohr 365. Follow also the show. More of the same. And as always, thank you. And expect nothing less but more of the same. That was a horrible sign-off. I'll come up with something better. Take care, everybody.